Hi guys, welcome to my channel and to my journey in beauty, where every video is an adventure in makeup, beauty, and YouTube, and I'm inviting you to come along with me. Today's adventure is a collab with someone that I've never collaborated with before, and her name is Tracy from Tracy Lea Beauty. I'm gonna have her channel as well as her video linked down below, but just what is this video? Today, Tracy and I are doing a palette bingo with the Emily Edit, the Wants palette. But we wanted to do a collaboration and I thought this would be a fun idea. This is Tracy's very first palette bingo, so make sure you go watch her video and give her some love. Tell her that I sent you. And just a little bit about Tracy. I really love her channel. It's very unfiltered, unedited, and just straightforward. One of the things that I love that she does is she always tells you what palettes on her eyes and what she also has on her lips, as well as she does have a feline co-host, as I do, except for her co-host is far less lazy and far more involved. His name is Mr. and he loves to get involved in her videos, which always gives me joy to watch. So we are going to pick 4 colors using random.org, which is a random number generator. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So I'm going to put the minimum as 1 and the maximum as 24 because that is the number of shades, and I'm going to go ahead and generate 4 numbers. The first number is, well, let's see if we're gonna, I gotta make it bigger for you. There we go. The first number is 5. So let's go ahead and see what that is in the palette. Going to count this off as most people do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The shade is Good Vibes. Go ahead and swatch that for you so you can see what we're working with. This is a beautiful cranberry shimmer. So far so good. Generate, woo, stop turning. Generate the next number. The next number is 21. So go ahead and count this out. If this number is 24, then we have 23, 22, no, yes, 23, 22, and 21, which is the shade Cheer, which is a beautiful red wine shade. So far, so good. These shades go together quite nicely. Number 3, I'm gonna generate, and the result is number 3, which is the shade Prayer right here. And this is a fabulous shade as a transition, so I'm really glad that I got this. This is kind of a hard shade to describe, but it's kind of like a dusty rose shade. I mean, could I have gotten any more lucky? This is why I do it live, so you guys don't suspect that I'm cheating. So last number is number 4, which is the shade Grateful, which is this really nice light green, almost minty, but not quite. Go ahead and swatch that for you. And that's what it looks like. So these are the 4 shades that we are working with. However, the rules do say that we can add any colors that we want, but we must use the 4 colors that we've chosen. So now that we're 5 minutes into the video, let's go ahead and get started. I do have my eyes primed with a little NARS smudge proof eyeshadow base, and I have not set it down because Emily actually recommends that you don't set it down. So I'm going to go right into my transition shade, which is that dusty rose shade called Prayer. And here we go. If you're new from Tracy's channel, I'd love to tell you welcome to my channel. A little bit about me. I am stepping out in my mid-30s here. Well, let's be honest, upper mid-30s. Is that a thing? Stepping out in my 30s. I've had my channel for a little less than a year, and I did not wear any makeup for about 10 years while I was raising babies and, you know, doing the mama thing, what have you. So I'm back into makeup now, full swing, and really loving YouTube beauty, the beauty community, both here on YouTube and Instagram. And I hope you'll consider subscribing before you leave if you are here from Tracy's channel, and or if you just found my channel randomly. I'm so glad to have you here. All right, that is our transition laid on there. I think it diffused nicely. In the crease, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the darker matte shade that we drew called Cheer. I'm gonna take this right into the crease. If you do see me closing my eyes, I do have partially hooded eyes, so I find that that helps me to really get down in that crease and not go up too far with my crease shade. And I kind of went light on my base makeup today. Just felt like giving my skin a little bit of a breather in terms of not using a primer, etc. So I do have my foundation, which is a gel foundation, very lightweight, very much like a BB cream. And then I have it set down with a translucent powder, and went ahead and did a little bronzer. Obviously, I didn't know what shades I was going to get, so I waited on the blush and highlighter. I absolutely love Palette Bingo. I was very excited that Tracy was a newbie to Palette Bingo, not to YouTube at all, just because I think they're so fun. It is definitely one of my favorite videos to film, but also one of my favorite videos to collaborate with other ladies here on YouTube with. Just a fun time. It's also can be really educational though. You find color combinations that you might not otherwise think of and put them together, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work, and either way, you know, it's okay. But I've really found some really awesome color combinations by way of having the shades randomly generated for me. So let's see, we're shaping up into a nice pinky cranberry shade here. Alrighty, this is what we're looking like, pretty bold. Now I'm just going to go in with a clean fluffy brush and go ahead and make sure the edges are nice and blended, you know, no harsh lines and all that. All right, I think we're looking nice and blended. Now I think I'm going to go in on the outer half of the lid with that shade Good Vibes that we drew. It's that top shade, that cranberry shade. And this shade just absolutely 100% goes with that previous dark berry shade that we used called Cheer. I'm gonna go in with my phalange now and just punch it up a little bit. Let to know in the comments below if you guys picked up either of Emily's new palettes. I think they're absolutely fantastic, and I think this is the third video that I've done with these palettes. I had a first impressions full face of Emily edit, and then I did use, whoa, flash, every shade in the Wants palette, creating 5 or 6 looks. So those will also be linked. I have a playlist called All About Emily Edit. So, okay, I changed my mind. We're gonna go full cranberry on the lid, cause, you know, I finally came up with a plan. Some people take a little bit to think about it when they're doing palette bingo, you know, sit and marinate for a minute with the colors that they've drawn. I just like to go in and play. So. Could absolutely stop right here and have a gorgeous monochromatic cranberry look, and that would be stunning. Next is a shade that I did not draw, and I'm going to go in on the inner third of my lid with this stunning shade right here called Eve Rose. This is definitely more of a topper shade. I know some people, you know, had thoughts or issues with that. I personally don't. I think it's stunning. I have no problem with it being more of a topper shade because I think it's like very transformative to the other shades. So I absolutely love this shade. What I'm going to do first is go in with a dry brush and lay it down, and then I'm going to go back with a little bit of Fix Plus and a wet brush and punch it up a little bit. I don't know if you can hear my co-host snoring back there, but yet further proof that she's way lazy, as most cats are. And her name is Lucille. All right, we've got a wet brush now. We also have a wet mirror, which is okay. Hopefully you can see we're adding a little bit of definition here. All right, now we have a very nice highlight going on in the inner part of the lid. Now, trying to decide what I want to deepen up the outer corner. So I will think on that while we do the lower lash line. I'm going to first go into this dark green matte right here called Corduroy, named for Corduroy the bear, which I think is super fun. And I just have a flat definer brush here, or a flat liner brush, some people call it. And I'm gonna get really close up to the lower lash line. And this is just gonna be a dark base for the lighter green. I'm gonna put that on the lower lash line. Alrighty, may not translate super green yet. We do have that nice dark green base. And I'm gonna take this pencil brush from Sonia Kashuk and blow off corduroy before we make a mess. I'm gonna go in with our last shade called Grateful. And I am grateful for a lot of things in my life, and I love Emily Noel's attitude of, you know, just finding something to be grateful with, or for rather, every single day. I think she is absolutely phenomenal with that. All right. Again, I'm going in with a dry brush to put a base down, and then we're gonna go back in with a wet brush to punch it up a little bit. All right, it's lightening up a little bit. I'm gonna go in with a wet brush now. In case I didn't say it before, I'm just using Fix Plus. It's the one that doesn't irritate my eyes, so that's what I go with. It is definitely pretty. Still reading a bit Christmassy to me, but what are you gonna do? All right, for the outer V upstairs here, I think I'm gonna go in with this purple shade called Family. I don't know how I don't know how purple it's going to translate on there, but I think it's gonna be nice to deepen up. And I don't think any of the, well, trying to think. Maybe we'll go in with Capricorn instead. I really like this shade, and I think that might do a better job, you know, kind of connecting and anchoring the look. So I'm just gonna use that same pencil brush. It's not really wet anymore, and I did go ahead and, you know, wipe it off a little bit. This is just giving a hint of a shadow, which is exactly what I want. I'm just going to connect that with the lower lash line a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. I don't think I want to do a brow bone highlight today, but I am going to do an inner corner highlight. I'm gonna still go in with that same pencil brush, just wiping it off. And we're gonna go into another color that wasn't in the generated colors, and it's this shade right here called Oh Heavens. It is a shimmery, it's a shimmery cream color. That's what I'm trying to say. And I just love it for an inner corner highlight. Emily says it's her perfect inner corner highlight, and I agree. It is mine as well. And I like it because it's definitely subtle, but you could also build it up and use a wet brush as well. There we go. You can see it's just a little subtle glow there. So, all right, we have used all of the shades. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here right quick, do some mascara, finish my face and lips, and we'll come back for the final look. Ta-da! Here is the final look. As always, I will include some close-ups of the look in some better lighting, and just quickly want to touch on what I applied on my face. I did go in with the Laura Geller Baked and Brighten blush in the shade Tropical Hues that we got in BoxyCharm this month. I am loving this blush, like literally obsessed. And then for highlighter, I went in with my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Vanilla Quartz. I think this has a similar reflect to the shade Eve Rose that I used on the inner part of the lid. And then for a lippy, I'm using the Hank & Henry liquid lipstick in the shade Petal Pusher. This is also the lippy that I got in BoxyCharm this month, and I think it's a fabulous shade, especially for fall. So how did I do? I really actually like this look. It still feels a little Christmassy to me. Oh, for mascara, I did go in with the Wander Beauty Unlashed mascara, also from BoxyCharm. I love this stuff. And lower lashes, I used the MAC False Lashes Extreme Black. I just like it because it has a teeny tiny wand on it. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this palette bingo. Again, I'm happy with the look. Definitely would be appropriate for Christmas, wouldn't it? And make sure you go over to Tracy's channels, tell her that I sent you, and give her some love on her very first palette bingo. Thank you, Tracy Lee, for collaborating with me. I hope we get to do this again in the future. And I hope all of your makeup days are beautifully bold makeup days, and I will see you in my next video soon. Bye!